Hey YouTube, I'm Steve Post with Motor Racing Network, and love when the new diecast rolls in. It's like reliving part of the season, and for Matt Kenseth, it was a great year, and we'll start with this car. This is the Kansas Win car, and they apparently had a big old party in Victory Lane because I'm not sure I've seen more confetti on a car. As a matter of fact, you really have to look hard just to see down in and see the VIN number on that car. So the Husky Toyota, they were celebrating it up in Kansas, and you can celebrate by having Matt Kenseth's Win car from that race earlier this year, and part of what was really a great season for Matt Kenseth. Now, starting over here, Matt's with Joe Gibbs Racing. How about the Snickers car with Kyle Busch? Love Snickers. It says satisfied on the labels. And this car satisfied Kyle Busch, a great race car running for Joe Gibbs Racing. Shark Week, Casey Kane. This is the Great Clips car that they had for the Shark Week celebration, and this is an absolute beauty in 1/24th scale. I think the 1/64th scale car came in a few weeks ago, so we now have both the Shark Week cars for Casey Kane. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the pink number 88. To celebrate breast cancer awareness, we've got Junior's National Guard number 88 car, and Marcus Ambrose. This is the Children's Miracle Network car, and he had all kinds of really neat names on the cars. Each of those kids had a unique story, so Marcus Ambrose and the folks at DeWalt doing a wonderful job celebrating and honoring the Children's Miracle Network. Next up, we continue at Richard Petty Motorsports. Eric Almirola, the Air Force colors that he flew this year with the famous number 43 car. This was the tribute, the salute, the thank you salute to the troops that we had back during the month of May, and this was an absolute beauty that was raced by Eric Almirola, and likewise the Napa Auto Parts Toyota for Martin Truex Jr., the tribute to the troops as well, available for Martin Truex Jr. and his Michael Waltrip Racing team. Next up, we have some autographed diecast. Brian Vickers' Dollar General car from Joe Gibbs Racing, the autographed version of that from the Nationwide Series, and an autographed Regan Smith fire alarm car. And again, certificate of authenticity is included in this. Regan Smith and Brian Vickers, some of the autographed cars that we have brand new in stock this week. Color Chrome cars, well, we have those as well. The famous Wood Brothers Motorcraft of Trevor Bayne. We have that car in stock now, 1/24th scale, and it is a beauty. And a pair of Carl Edwards Fords. We have the Fastenal Ford, the blue and white colors that he flew so many times this year, and this car just a classic look, an absolutely great looking race car, and the UPS colors as well for Carl Edwards, the We Love Logistics sponsorship for UPS with Carl Edwards, and the color chrome finish on that race car. And finally, Kevin Harvick's Rheem Chevrolet. Of course, Budweiser and Rheem partnered up this season sponsoring Kevin Harvick, and this was the car with Rheem on the hood, Budweiser on the side of it. I just love the crisp colors of the black, the red, and the white that Kevin Harvick had on his car. And of course, that car a collector's item with the number 29 on it, because Kevin, as we know, has moved on from Richard Childress Racing, and next year will be driving for Stuart Haas Racing. A couple of 1/64th scale cars. We have the Eric Almirola Air Force car, just like the big one. Well, we have the small one as well, the 1/64th scale car. Jamie McMurray's Banana Boat car. That was a cool car when he ran that earlier this season, so we have that. And this one really special, Denny Hamlin's FedEx car, but this was the tribute to Jason Leffler. Sadly, we lost Jason in a sprint car accident back during the summertime. These were the colors that Jason drove when he drove the FedEx car. He was the first driver of the FedEx Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, and they did a retro paint scheme honoring Jason Leffler's life, and really neat that we have that available in 1/64th scale. So, as you can see, the inventory just keeps climbing at Plan B Sales, and all of these cars are available at your local diecast dealer or at planbsales.com. And don't go away, the post show is coming up next. Well, one of our favorite parts of the show, this is the post show on our YouTube videos. And again, these are the questions that you put right down below here on YouTube. So submit those questions, and who knows, maybe next week on the show, you'll be part of the post show. We have a couple of them here. Jay Logano 20, wonder who his favorite driver is, writes in, and what's your stance on the Nationwide Owners Championship? And you know, these Owners Championships, I think it confuses things a little bit. I almost would prefer we called them team championships. But Roger Penske's team, the 22 car, that was raced in the Nationwide Series by Brad Keselowski, by Joey. I believe Ryan Blaney had a few starts. A.J. Allmendinger won the race at Road America. That was the winning team that won the Owners' Championship, and I do think it confuses a little bit. I really like the idea, though, of the team being honored. So maybe it would be the Penske Team Championship, and I would be good, because those guys that work on those cars that have the multiple drivers, while they don't race for a driver's championship, they do work just as hard. So I like the idea of the Owners' Championship. I just prefer to call it a team championship, and it was the 22 Penske team that won on the nationwide side. Jeremy Bowen's the crew chief, and boy, what a whale of a season they had. Next question is from Mark Schroeder, or Schrader, might be either one. You know how sometimes things are spelled. Steve, do you think Jimmy Johnson will win more championships than Dale or Richard? And you know, I really think he's got a very good shot at doing it, Mark. I don't see any chink in the armor of this team. I haven't heard that Chad Knaus is going to leave. I haven't heard that Hendrick is going broke. I haven't heard that Chevrolet is going to be bad. And Jimmy Johnson still has a lot of talent. And he is going to be the driver to beat when we roll into Daytona next year. Now, will he win that 7th championship next year? Well, it's a long shot, like it's a long shot every other year, but he has won 6 of the last 8 championships. It's absolutely amazing what that team has done. In 12 seasons together, that 48 team has won 6 championships. So half of the seasons that they've raced, they've won the championship. And the other year, so the other years in that 6, they were all up inside the top 5 or 6. So that team is so good. I really think that they're going to contend and tie Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty. And, well, we'll see how quickly they do that before we talk about them surpassing the 7 championships. Final question that we have this time is Racing Nation TV. Hey, Steve, if you could announce for any other sport beside racing, is there a sport you would like to do? And yeah, there really is. And it's something that I've thought about, but I just haven't had the opportunity because the racing schedule keeps me really busy. But I think it'd be really cool to be a sideline reporter for football games, whether it's big-time college football or whether it's the NFL. I can't imagine the speed. I can't imagine the hitting. I can't imagine the intensity. That's what I love. That's what I love about being on pit road, the speed, the intensity, the high-speed action that we have on pit road. And I think you could get the same kind of reporting on the sidelines of an NFL or college game. But boy, with this NASCAR schedule that we have 38 weekends a year, likely that may be a dream that just doesn't quite come true, because there's not many hours left in the day when I get done with the NASCAR broadcasting. But man, I'll tell you, we love your questions, whether it's something personal or whether it's racing questions or diecast questions as well. Make sure you get those in here on the YouTube page, and who knows, maybe next week on the post show, we'll have your question featured. We love that you guys are getting involved with us here on YouTube. We have the comments below. Feel free to mention your comments here. Follow us on Twitter at Plan B Sales, and we'll keep you informed on what we have. And please get some back and forth conversation going, because we love talking racing and love talking with you race fans out there, and we appreciate the business you do give us.